And good afternoon to you. Welcome to Junior High Regional Baseball action on Central Illinois Sports, live today from Mormon Park in Quincy, Illinois, as the Quincy St. Peter Crusaders play host to the Pikeland Community School Braves. Good afternoon to you. I'm Charlie Hull. Jack's alongside as well. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show presented by Loan Officer Damon Emmerich. Interest rates, well, they just keep dropping. Drop your rate, drop some years off your term, take cash out for equity on your home improvements, and to reduce your debt, contact Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank today to learn more, 285-4404, or visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. A regional semifinal, of course, with the IESA COVID rules. This is the only level of postseason play in the regional, so a semifinal here. The winner of this game will play in the championship game on Saturday against the winner of Quincy Junior High School and Pleasant Plains. We'll set the stage with the lineups for both squads on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show following this timeout.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today, brought to you by Wombles Dozing and Tiling, specializing in farm drainage system tiling, dry dams, terraces, ponds, and lakes, providing all forms of dozing and excavation. Call for a bid. Call Tom, 217-242-3375 for Wombles Dozing and Tiling. For the visiting team, the Pikeland Community School Braves leading off, and the catcher today is Luke Sachs, batting second, playing center field, Lane Foster. Batting third is the designated hitter, Bobby Harris. He'll bat for the left fielder, Luke Archer. Batting in the cleanup spot is the shortstop, Keaton Hittner. Clayton Reinhardt will bat fifth and be on the bump today for the Braves. Draven Peterbow bats in the sixth spot and will play third base. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Noah Alger. Owen Shaw will play first base and bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing second base for the Braves is Hayden Gratton. For the Quincy Catholic Crusaders, leading off and playing center field is Logan Sutton. Simon Raby will bat second and catch. The pitcher today is Connor Young. He'll bat in the three-hole. Batting cleanup today, Rylan Fisher. He'll play shortstop. In the number 5 spot is Jackson Canoyer. He'll play second base. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Abram Wewell. Batting in the 7th spot and playing the 7th position in left field, Jace Allensworth. Nick Spears will play right and bat 8th. And batting 9th is the designated hitter, Elijah Parsons. He will bat for the first baseman, Carter Miller. Starting lineups are also brought to you in part by Save-A-Lot. Your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield is here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Drive a little and always Save-A-Lot on the west edge of Pittsfield. The break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. First pitch in this junior high baseball regional semifinal between the Braves and the Crusaders. Your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Welcome back. Thanks to Great Rivers Bank and loan officer Damon Emmerich for sponsoring the pregame show today on Central Illinois Sports. Again, visit greatriversbank.bank. They have an online loan application. It's very simple to fill out. You can learn in just a short amount of time what kind of an interest rate you're looking at, and always great service with the folks at Great Rivers Bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Call Damon at 285-4404. Well, the squad from Quincy Catholic has taken the field. And again, defensively today for the Crusaders. At first base is Carter Miller. Jackson Canoyers at second. The third baseman's Abram Wewell. And playing short is Rylan Fisher. From left to right in the outfield, Chase Allensworth, Logan Sutton, and Nick Spears. Catching today is Simon Araby, and the pitcher is Connor Young. First three batters for the Braves will be Luke Sachs, Lane Foster, and Bobby Harris. And for your play-by-play action this afternoon on Central Illinois Sports, here's Jeff.
Well, let's get ready for baseball. We're here at Wavering Park, and we're actually at the first field. I thought we'd be up at Mormon Park, but we are at the Wavering Park field, and a new turf was laid here less than a year ago. Good-looking field. Played a lot of slow pitch on this field. Believe it or not, Charlie hit a lot of balls out of here at one time, but that was a long time ago. Well, we'll see Connor Young on the mound today for the squad from St. Peter's. He's a right-hander, stands about 5'9", and we'll start it off with Luke Sachs. Sachs will step in from the left side. We saw the other day against our Saviors batting from the right side. He really had a lot of pop in his bat, and not quite as natural from the left side, but he's trying to get that switch hitting down, and we're ready to go. First pitch of the day is down low for a ball, and we're underway here on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us for the broadcast today. Outfielders are playing him to pull. Next pitch, in there for a strike, and the count's even at 1-1.
It's about 280 down the lines, and I'd say center field is about the same. So wind blowing in today, you're going to have to hit it away if you're going to get it over the fence.
Next pitch down low. Catcher has to go down and catch it off that turf. And the turf, when you're a catcher, if you're not used to it, will speed the ball up, and you'll have a lot more trouble blocking it if you don't get down and get the body in front of it. 2-1 delivery is up high, and a 3-1 count. Sachs looking to get on base in the early going here. Left-handed first baseman in Carter Miller. He's DH'd for, and we'll tell you about that when their turn is to bat. Next pitch is at the letters, swing and a miss, and the count's 3-2. So 5 pitches already on the day for Connor Young.
Corners were playing back the entire time. Thought maybe we'd see him lay one down.
Sachs swings and misses and strikes out to start the ball game after being up in a 3-1 count. He is going down on strikes. So Young gets a strikeout in the early going here.
That's big for Connor Young. You fall behind 3-1 in a game that maybe it's a postseason game, so the butterfly is moving a little bit. Maybe he comes back and gets a big out.
Foster takes one down low. Lane Foster wears the number 17. He'll parole in center field, as he has the last 2 years for this Braves squad. Bats from the right side. It's down low for a ball again, and a 2-0 count, and the third baseman's playing back a little bit, and I say this all the time about Foster.
Ooh.
He has the ability to lay it down and beat that one out anytime he wants. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. So Young's not taking him in there and throwing strikes right off the bat, which is kind of a key to success, but he's been able to work back so far. 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch, Foster has a drive past the shortstop, and I actually think if the shortstop would have stayed with that, he'd have been closer to that ball than he might even have imagined. He got the glove out, and it looked like the ball was kind of tailing back, but it went into left field for the first base hit of the day. So a runner at first with 1 out. And here comes Bobby Harris. He's DHing for Luke Archer, batting in the third hole. Don't see DHs in the third hole often, but Harris, the 7th grader, who's gotten the start in the last little bit. And back to first on a throw, as Foster's always looking to move up on a stolen base if at all possible.
No reason not to give a kid like Foster the green light basically anytime he wants. Has a healthy lead right now.
Young stops in front of the face. Ball is in the dirt. Foster will go in standing up if he wanted to with a stolen base, but he slides, and a ball to Bobby Harris.
I don't know what your feeling is on that, Jack. I'd say if you anticipate a slide every time, it's a lot easier to not slide than it is to try to slide late.
Especially when you're on turf, when you might slide into the outfield. The next pitch to Harris is right in there for a strike and a swing and a miss, and Harris pulled the head out that time. He'll have to keep it in the middle.
This is the Avenue of Lights field at Wavering Park.
And they brought the lights back last year. From the stretch, the pitch, a breaking pitch, is way high but called a strike, and the count is 1-2.
Had a little bit of a late break to it. Still looked like across the plate about neck high, but call a strike nonetheless. Now Harris has to be tough with 2 strikes.
Off-speed pitch was a breaking pitch, tries another one, and a swing and a miss, and 2 strikeouts for the Braves. And that's been their Achilles heel so far this season. When they played Quincy High School the other day, 7 of the 9 struck out the first time around with a double by Reinhardt and a single by Hull, but they've got to cut down on strikeouts. Now Keaton Hittner will bat, and they'll throw the ball to second, even though Foster only had about a 2-step lead that time. Center fielder playing way in on that, so not much of a chance to go to third even on an overthrow. Hittner's one of those all-or-nothings. When he gets it, he can hit it a long way. The pitch. Hittner was on that, fouled it straight back, and that usually tells you you're on it. Remember the old days of Big Mac, Mark McGuire, when he fouled him straight back, the next one was usually heading out.
Next one, probably if you're hitting, you have to think about a breaking ball possibly here is on that first pitch as you were.
Outfielders are playing fairly shallow against a guy like Hittner, but, you know, it's not like you get a lot of scouting reports on the other team. Foster at second, 2 outs, a couple of strikeouts by Sachs and Harris. Young waits to make the next delivery. Off to the races is Foster. He'll be down at third easily and steal the base. And as you and I both said, he can pretty much go around the bases much like a 9-year-old game. It's just hard to throw him out. 0-2 count now on Hittner, and he needs to make contact. Like Charlie said, look for the breaking pitch here.
Fairly short backstop, and it's going to come back hard off the fence.
That one right in there for strike 3, looking, and 3 strikeouts around a base hit by Foster. 1 left after a half inning. No score on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. Bottom of the first inning, no score here in the early going of this contest. Defensively for the PCS Braves this afternoon. Owen Shaw's at first, Hayden Gratton playing second. The shortstop is Keaton Hittner, and Draven Peterbow mans the hot corner. In left field, Luke Archer. Center fielder is Lane Foster, and in right, Noah Alger. The catcher today, Luke Sachs, and the pitcher is the left-hander, Clayton Reinhardt. First 3 batters for the Crusaders of Quincy Catholic, Logan Sutton, Simon Raby, and Connor Young.
Hey, you ready for Wednesday? That's when the Pike County Express comes out, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out Wednesdays on a newsstand near you, and Real Net and Twine located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. The folks help you with all your concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Get one of those gazing balls. Kathy's had 2 of them in the last 6 months. The Wind got 1, but they had more for her. Stop by and see them or give them a call at 217-285-5013. That's Real Net and Twine. The Purple Primate, as we used to always say, right out in front.
How much time do you spend gazing at the gazing ball at your house?
Well, actually, I have never gazed at it. My grandma had one I used to kind of keep an eye on once in a while.
That'd be a gazeless ball then.
It's a gazeless ball, yes. And it was a million-piece ball when the wind came through and the sticks hit it.
It's a puzzle now.
It was, and nobody put it back together.
It's one of those 3D ones. Everybody hates those things.
If your Bubba was back, he would have tried it, though. Reinhardt on the mound, and he's been strong through this baseball season. Every once in a while, Clayton will have one of those little lapses where he'll have a little control problem, but most of the time he's able to fight right back with it.
A good velocity from 54 feet, a little movement on the baseball from the left side, and hasn't had to throw it a lot, but has a pretty good breaking ball that he can work in when he needs to.
Sachs's arm has gotten stronger behind the plate in the games that he's caught, and he's done a nice job. He hasn't caught a lot this season, but he gets the start today. Logan Suter steps in from the right side, center fielder, number 3. one of the taller players on the team, and wiggles the bat up and down. Reinhardt, the lefty, always comes set and throws the first. It's a ground ball towards first. Nice job by Shaw playing it on the big hop, and he makes the play, 3 unassisted. That's important when you're playing on turf and you don't play it all the time. Don't get in a big hurry and get a funny hop. 1 pitch, 1 out, and you got to like that. Here comes Simon Raby. He's the catcher. Where's the number 48? Steps in from the southpaw side. He's a left-hander. Double black gloves with the gray shoes. I feel like John Rooney with all the colors. Reinhardt, the lefty, against the lefty Raby. First pitch in there, but a little bit high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Infielders playing him pretty much straight away. Draven Puterball off the third base line about 15, 20 foot. The next from Reinhardt. It's in there, a little flare. Second baseman Gratton comes in, plays a short hop, and does not get the man. And that'll be an error on the second baseman that allows the man to reach first. Had to either come in and get it on the fly or play it off the short hop, and he got the in-betweener. And Gratton, without the experience, just couldn't quite make that play. Now we'll have a courtesy runner coming in. That'll be Jackson Riot, R-Y-A-T-T. Is that what you would say, Riot?
I would say so, like the Hyatt.
Yeah, used
Hyatt
to be
Hotels.
Therio that played for the Cardinals and the Cubs, but he looked like the Riot.
Yeah, Terrio.
Okay, you're right. Connor Young, the pitcher, bats from the right side.
What was that you just said?
I don't know.
The ball's out of play.
Ball up and off to the right side. The Riot.
Ryan the Riot.
That's what they used to say.
Won a World Series with him playing second base, believe it or
I
not.
almost said he hit for the cycle, but that was Gruzelanek, another guy that played for the Cubs and the Cardinals. Connor Young. Where's the number 11? He's the man on the mound for St. Peter's today. Man takes off and a pickoff move. Nice throw to second. Man will be picked off. And how many times has Reinhardt been able to pull that one off? 1-3-6 for the second out. He's picked off a lot of people this year.
Yeah, he's got a really good move, and he does a nice job of mixing it up and kind of lulls the runners into thinking they can go. And right at that moment, he seems like he can really pick out when they're going and throw behind, and a good execution by the Braves there to record a big out.
Young faces 0-1, takes a ball low, and the count's 1-1. Nobody on and 2 outs now.
5 pitches thrown by Reinhardt, too, man. If he could get out of this one at this batter in a low pitch count. With the way the pitch count is if they would like him to throw again in the game they could play on Saturday, he'd have to throw 65 or less.
Got to win this one. Pop fly over our heads, out of play, 1-2 count. I was going to mention the left-hander the other day for our Saviors. Probably balked about 6 times. He beat that 90-degree angle a lot of times towards the plate and through to first. Bobby Larnigan and I worked the game, and we both umpired together. We both said he'd have had problems with us on the field. The next, line drive up the middle. Reinhardt couldn't get the glove on it. That's a base hit straight up the middle, and Reinhardt would have had to really just have gotten one of those gotcha balls where you throw the glove up and went in it because it was over his head. And that was a nice hit by Young.
Yeah, good job by Young. He took that pitch down the middle, right back up the box, and he's on board with 2 away and the cleanup hitter and Fisher coming to the plate.
Fisher plays short. Where's the number 9? Bats from the right side. He's not batting cleanup because he's not a good hitter normally. Checks the runner, brings the first one in, swing and a miss, strike 1. Reinhardt has got some pretty good velocity on these pitches.
Yeah, Fisher was quite a ways behind that one there.
Draven Puterball way behind third base here, looking for that quick, hard ground ball, I think, this time. The next one by Reinhardt in the dirt. Sachs does a nice job keeping it up there and makes a nice throw, but there was no way he was going to have a chance on that, and that'll be a stolen base. I tell you, if Sachs would have had a chance, you never know, but he did a nice job keeping that ball in front of him off that very quick turf.
So now runner in scoring position here for the squad from St. Peter, and Fisher looking to get them on the board in the early going with 2 outs.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Man at second. Pitch up high for a ball. 2-1 count. Not a bad waste pitch. Bowlers Universe open 6 days a week. They've got craft beer pizza on Mondays and grilled chicken salad on Tuesdays. And guess what tomorrow is? Fiesta Day. $5 for the tacos and more. Fisher waits for the next from the lefty. In the strike zone up high, had a little break on it, and the count's 2-2. And that's the thing about a left-hander, a little natural break a lot of times too, but he's worked on some different pitches.
Well, he's just got good natural movement on his fastball, and that makes him pretty tough when you can come with that velocity all the time.
Ground ball towards the second baseman. Gratton's got it over to first. Play goes 4-3 for the third out of the inning. So they get around the air with a pickoff and a base hit and a stolen base. 1 left. One inning in the book. No score on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice. Have confidence that what you're putting in your engine is not only going to get you there, but take you further. When you choose FS, you can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Back with you live this afternoon on Central Illinois Sports, and really just an absolutely picture-perfect day for baseball action. A little bit of an overcast sky with the sun peeking through the clouds now, and game time temperature about 75 degrees. You couldn't ask for much better than this.
We're not in the sun either. The shade's already casted over us, and it won't be around us the rest of the day. We'll see Clayton Reinhardt, Draven Puterball, and Noah Alger. Anybody gets on, Owen Shaw waits in the 4th spot in this inning. And we'll remind you about Bowler's Universe on that Fiesta Day tomorrow. Thursdays, buy one and get one wings. Friday, catfish sandwiches. Saturday, the craft beer pizza, and it's delicious. Open bowling Saturday nights 5 to 11 p.m. Call 217-285-6913 for more information. Hannah and the gang will take great care of you there. Clayton Reinhardt will lead things off against Connor Young with Raby behind the plate, Miller at first, Canoyer at second, Fisher the shortstop, Weevil at third, Allensworth in left, Suter in center, and Spears in right field.
Reinhardt on the season has one of the better averages for the Braves, and believe it or not, the big lefty hits the ball the other way more times than not.
Got good wheels for a big man, too. Ball one. Put him at tight end, throw the football to him. He's liable to run away from a few people down the road.
Ugh.
These guys could be quite the force in football if we can get, some of them just go out and play. That's all it'll take, like Owen Shaw maybe. Next pitch in there, Reinhardt fouls it off to the left side, and the count's even at 1-1. Owen says, me out for football? I couldn't even go back home if I wasn't out for football. I think Caden Ferguson will be a center down the road. He'll be sneaky. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the second, ball in the dirt. Well, if there would be dirt, it would be, but it's in the turf. 2 balls and 1 strike. Good-looking infield. Like to peel it up and take it back to the Little League diamond. The next. Foul ball hit off to the left side with a lot of authority, but way out of play, and the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hey, we've got a disc golf outing for you coming up at the end of the month of October. We'll tell you about it in just a while. It'll happen at the Pittsfield Lake and at Bow Lake. We'll have more information down the road. The next from Young. Off speed. Reinhardt hits it on the nose. Shortstop tries to make the play. And Charlie, it's got to be a base hit up the middle. I thought he hit it hard, and it would have took a great play. And I'm not sure the man would have threw him out if he could have fielded it with his momentum carrying him towards the outfield.
Yeah, good hard hit ball by Reinhardt. Had a little tailing action on it. He'll have a courtesy runner for him and Carter Frazier now at first base.
Nice thing about Carter Frazier is he's run enough in baseball and played enough baseball. He's got pretty good knowledge out there. Sometimes a courtesy runner will go out and not have that game awareness. Draven Puterwall steps in from the right side, another guy who can put a charge in one. Young from the stretch tries the pick off, and it's a little bit late. Umpire Fessler out on the bases. Got a little fuzz on his face these days. I didn't recognize him at first in Old Tony. Young checks the runner. Now he comes set and brings the pitch. Inside, and Draven Puterball kind of got choked up on that one, and yeah, there wasn't much he could do with that pitch. Have to pull that one pretty fast. Third baseman still way behind the bag over there. Got to take care of that opportunity, folks, if you see that. Frazier with a good lead. Not going. Puterball swings and misses. A little bit late on that one in a 0-2 count. Puterball's kind of one of those mistake hitters. He can look bad on a couple of pitches and then put the bat on the ball, and there's a big gap in right center field. And down the line in left and right. Young's keeping him from the contact. Frazier back on that one. Ball gets away just a couple of steps. Brad Hamilton coaching first base. And, of course, Brad, being an all-time base stealer like he was, gives a lot of advice down there, I think.
They used to refer to him as the young Ricky Henderson.
He could play the game. The next. Down low for a ball. Ball gets away, but not far enough for Frazier to move up. And the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 on. With nobody out, 1-2 count on Draven Puterball with Noah Alger waiting on deck here in this top of the second inning. No score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen, affordable residential and commercial trash service, roll-off dumpsters, Pike, Scott, Morgan, and Adams County, 217-320-4320. Trash Queen. Pickoff move again, and Young's really worried about that runner at this point. That's one of the things you want to see happen. I know the other day Bob Largan said you can just step off and accomplish the same thing. Most of the time, if you throw it too much, something bad happens. Pewterball swings at one in his eyes. Frazier caught off the base. First baseman catches it, lobs it towards the second baseman, and the man is picked off. Frazier thought he ran around the man, but the strikeout and the throw out is the 1 and 2 outs of the inning. Here comes Noah Alger with nobody on. So Frazier was frozen about 8 steps off the bag and just no place for him to go on the strikeout.
Yeah, good quick snap throw by Raby down there to record the out. And if you were the Braves, you get the leadoff man on base, and all of a sudden it looked like maybe something you could start to build on, and now there's nobody aboard with 2 away. Alger takes the first one low and in for ball 1. The next is a little bit low as well when it's ball 2, 2-0.
That was one of those borderline pitches, but he got the call. 2 balls, no strikes. Noah Alger looking to make something happen with 2 outs. Hits a line drive to the shortstop, and he juggled it like DeYoung did the other day, but made the catch. A line out to short for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 go the Braves in an unusual way. 1.5 innings in the book. No score on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Welcome back for the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Jackson Canoyer, Abram Wewell, and Jace Allensworth, the first 3 batters, with Nick Spear waiting in the 4 spot. This half inning brought to you by Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointment necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. Don't forget about the Tom Claxton thing. This is the last day to get your orders in, or are they done? They are finished. Had a pretty good turnout on that one, thanks to all the people that supported that benefit. 27's the number on Jackson Canoyer's jersey. He bats from the right side. He's the second baseman. Holds the bat high like most of these batters do. They're kind of cloned, and the first one in there by Reinhardt for a strike. Clayton Reinhardt on the mound. Luke Sachs behind the plate with Shaw at first, Gratton at second, Hittner at short, and Pewterball at third. Archer, Foster, and Alger around the outfield in this lineup. The next one, inside for a ball, and the count's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Reinhardt got through the first inning on just 12 pitches and pitched around a 2-out hit.
Very valuable when you want to, you talk about the 65, and that's what you want, but you got to look for the victory. Next pitch, borderline, but a little bit low, and the count's 2 balls and 1 strike. What a difference a couple of days makes. The other day, that was a strike on about half the batters. Reinhardt comes set as he does with nobody on base. Hits the outside corner with that one. That was a dandy pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's that pitch you dream about. You put it on the outside corner, and it's a strike, but pretty hard to get to it. Second baseman kind of playing up the middle a little bit more against the hard-throwing Reinhardt as a pitcher. Next pitch is a line drive up the middle, right back up the box of Reinhardt. And they try from center field to throw the man out at first. I guess they saw Quincy do that the other day a couple of times. It was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think if he would have come right up, thrown right away, he might have had him. But I think just a half a second hesitation by Foster as he kind of had to wind up for the throw. Good solid hit after falling behind in the count by Knoyer.
Weevil's the batter now. Where's the number 4? Bats from the right side with a runner at first and nobody out. Reinhardt, first one, in there for a strike. After you pick a guy off, does it keep the rest of the base runners a step closer most of the time, Charlie?
If you're a guy that's used to stealing bases, I think you still keep your same aggressiveness. Knoyer's got a pretty good lead, really.
Yeah, and he's kind of got that pressure on the left leg. Next one, swing and a miss on one down at the knees. Nice pitch and an 0-2 count.
I can honestly tell you, Jack, in this situation, a good sacrifice bunt here puts that runner at second, but not with an 0-2 count.
Nope, third baseman is playing behind the bag, and you got to keep recognizing that even on turf. The pitch, a little bit outside, nice waist pitch, a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Geared Up Custom Apparel and Awards. Your business and organization needs custom apparel. Of course they do. T-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets, trophies, plaques, medals, and any awards. 217-473-6290, WeGearYouUp.com. Next pitch down low for a ball, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first with nobody out. Leadoff single in this inning, the 5th place hitter. 6th place hitter in Weevil bats with Allensworth waiting on deck. Braves could use the double play. The next. Fouled off to the right side. Nice job by Weevil fighting that pitch off. It was at about the bottom of the thighs, and he was able to fight it off on the right-hand side.
One of the things Weevil did there that a lot of kids this age don't do is you could tell he was definitely taking a different swing than he had in his first 2 approaches. Kind of a longer swing in the first 2. That time he really shortened up. He's just trying to put the ball in play to make something happen.
Solid built young man, plays third base for this squad. Pitch, swing and a miss, a big strikeout for the first out of the inning. Reinhardt wins that battle, but it was a dandy with Weevil. Here comes Jace Allensworth, number 14 on his back, and he is the left fielder. Nick Spears waits on deck. Good wheels on the bases in Knoyer. We're looking for him maybe to take off. He does not, and part of that's because Reinhardt's got him leaning back in a swing and a miss by Allensworth.
Well, it's just one of those things that if you're not going to bunt and you're not going to steal, it's going to be really hard to score very many runs.
Takes a lot of hits, doesn't it? The next, down low, nice job by Sachs keeping it in front of him. The count's 1-1.
And you know, the thing about it is, against a left-hander like this, a sacrifice bunt gets that runner to second base, and all of a sudden it eliminates that chance of getting picked off. The lefty's not going to throw to second quite as much.
You also have to make the play. And they airmail that one, and that one goes over the first baseman's head on the pickoff, and that'll let Knoyer go to second on a bad throw and error by the pitcher. And the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. That time Reinhardt on the portable mound just seemed to get a funny step off of it.
It's one of the first times in an IESA postseason game you've been allowed to use a portable mound. They put a temporary rule in place to be able to do that this year with the higher seed always hosting here in the COVID-19 restriction year. Why you couldn't use it all the time, the world may never know.
The next. On the corner, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
And that's really a pitcher's pitch, and he's hit that spot a couple of times. And as the batter, you've got to be willing to try to hit that ball to right, but man, it's not an easy task.
6th place hitter here. He'd like to move the runner to third and see if he can get him in. Pitch is down low. Sachs is really doing a nice job keeping the ball in front of him. You can tell he's caught on turf a lot of times.
He's just very compact back there.
Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And after he didn't catch for a while, he kind of got a little attitude that he wanted to show everybody he was the guy. Swing and a miss on a low pitch that the man Allensworth went after in the second strikeout of the inning. 2 outs with a runner at second via the base hit and the errant throw. Now comes Nick Spears, the right fielder. Where's the number 2? Bats from the right side. He's the 7th place hitter. We talk about 7, 8, and 9 in junior high, and it's not getting down on them. They're just not quite the same hitters. That pitch was the high strike at the letters, one I like to see called, throw down to second base, and they did not catch Knoyer off. But keeping things alive, and everybody was moving on the play like they're supposed to be. 0-1, no score in the ball game here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is on the outside, and the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. 217-285-4404. Member FDIC and equal housing lenders, Great Rivers Bank. Damon Emmerich, your man. Pitch outside, no way Sachs had a shot at that one. A wild pitch will let the runner go to third, and 80 foot away is a run for St. Peter's if they can work it in here with 2 outs.
Stranded a runner in scoring position back in the first and threatening with a runner just 80 feet away in the bottom of the second. And a 2-1 count on the number 8 hitter in Spears.
Line drive, foul ball on the right side. He is the 7th place hitter. If I told you 8th, I apologize. Parsons and Miller wait on deck, I do believe.
Miller's the
Oh, that's right. You're right.
first
He is
baseman.
the 8th
He's
hitter.
not batting.
I didn't put it the way I should have. Thank you for keeping me in line here. Big lead down at third. Pitch. Fouled off right side again. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
A really defensive swing, and he's trying to just serve that ball to the right side. Good approach, but if you come with a little breaking ball or man a high hard one and bust him off the handle, you'd get a pretty easy out right here.
How you know Reinhardt's got a breaking ball? His dad's got bruises from trying to catch him. The next, hard hit ball, third baseman fields it. Long throw, stretched by Shaw, picks it up. The out goes 5-3, and the Braves keep that runner at third. No runs, one hit, and a man left. We played 2 innings, no score. Trash Queen Scoreboard, Central Illinois Sports, semifinals of IESA Regionals.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Well, it's the top of the third inning. The Braves will send up 8-9-1, and Owen Shaw, Hayden Gratton, and back to the top in Luke Sachs. Braves have struck out 4 times in the ball game, so they need to cut down on that. 4 out of the 6 outs. They have a couple of base hits and 1 man picked off in the ball game.
You know, baseball really is overall a pretty simple game. If you can put the bat on the ball, make routine plays, and throw strikes to the pitcher, you're going to win a lot of games. But when you don't make the other team field the baseball but 2 out of every 6 times, it doesn't leave very many opportunities for a mistake. And the thing I was impressed with when we saw this Crusaders team earlier in the season is how well they made the routine plays.
Got to put pressure on the other team. Shaw takes one outside for a ball, a little breaking ball, as Connor Young threw a little bit of probably
like a
early
two-seam
slider.
fastball,
Yeah.
maybe.
The next, swing and a miss on a high hard one, 1-1. And, you know, everybody likes to swing at that pitch. Not many people hit it when it's up close to your eyes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third, no score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Shaw takes one inside, almost hit him, and a 2-ball, 1-strike count. You don't get many kids that fake getting hit anymore. Like the other day, I thought maybe somebody'd lay down and act like it. Ball down in the dirt. Shaw recognized in a 3-1 count. Nice job by Owen Shaw, the first baseman. Got that football number, 58 on his back. Does Daddy wear that in football too? I think he did.
I believe so.
The pitch, fouled straight back at us, and the count's full at 3-2.
Of course, a record holding football player, Tom Shaw.
Longest run back on a fumble or an interception? It was an interception. Shaw
Good hit.
hits a line drive up the middle, and that was a hard hit ball. Center fielder has it go off his glove, but is able to recover. And I'll tell you what, Owen Shaw put a charge in that one. What a perfect time for a bunt right here. Number 9 hitter in Gratton, who's starting in his first 8th grade game here. And he gets the long sign from the coach, and as long as that one took, you'd think people would kind of go, must be something on.
Third baseman comes even to the bag, and we will now.
Yeah. First pitch, didn't show bunt that time, and a 1-ball, no-strike count. With Shaw at first, not the fastest guy on the team, but you'd like to get him to second if you could. The pitch from Young. Ground ball hit to the third baseman slowly. He'll have to hustle to get Gratton on that one, and he will. Gratton is out by a half a step on a ground ball that goes 5-3 for the first out of the inning, and almost like a sacrifice.
Yep, basically got the same thing done. And that'll bring Sachs to the plate with a runner at second and just 1 out.
Sachs on a 3-2 count, swung and missed.
Got a bunt here.
Sachs right now, if he'd bunt the ball hard to the second baseman, he could be at first, and if they try to do anything else, maybe move from there. Long look, the pitch. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, ball 1.
The reason you do it here, so Shaw's one of those kids that's probably going to take a ball in the gap if he's going to score from second base. If you can get him to third with probably your best contact hitter on the team and Lane Foster on deck, it's a pretty good opportunity for a score.
Takes the ball down low on the square up of the bunt and pulls back. I like what Sachs does here, though, even as not a natural left-hander. He's got a little bit better intention with that bunt than we see most people who are trying to run through a bunt.
The third baseman staying put with the runner at second.
Sachs didn't show bunt that time, takes ball 3 and a 3-0 count, and just showing the bunts kind of got the pitcher a little bit shook up, and Connor Young. 3 balls, no strikes with 1 out and a runner at second. Got to come in with 1 here, and he does, and gets the first strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to count now on Luke Sachs.
Young kind of appears to be one of those kids when he really has to throw a strike, he finds a way to get it done.
From the stretch, pickoff move to second, throws it to the shortstop, and the shortstop was not close to second. If they'd had a play on where he had broke earlier, he might have had a shot at it. You wouldn't expect Shaw to get picked off because of too big a lead at second most of the time, but he's trying to get a bigger lead.
Almost threw it to the shortstop position that time.
Fouled off to the left side, and the count is full at 3-2. So Sachs in a similar situation that he was in the first inning as he led off the game, 3-2 count now. He was up 3 up pitcher, and Young came back the last time. Let's hope Sachs can make something happen here.
He's got to have something in play here.
Shortstop way out of position, so if you could slap the ball into that hole, you could get it through too.
Well, I think you'll see him kind of return to a more of a normal spot now in the shortstop and Fisher. I think they were going to throw behind Shaw that time, kind of regardless of what was happening.
The payoff. Swing and a miss as Sachs just flat couldn't hit that outside pitch, and he strikes out for the second time in the ball game.
Looked like maybe a little bit of a changeup that time from the pitcher Young.
Off speed, nice pitch. Probably a little out of the strike zone, but Sachs couldn't dare let that one go. And here comes Lane Foster, who had a base hit his last time. Needs another one here with a runner at second and 2 outs. Foster hits it hard to the shortstop. He plays it on 1 hop. Long throw to first, and he gets the speedy Foster 6-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So a base hit, and the man moves to second. He's stranded there. 2.5 innings in the book. No score on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, no score in the ball game on a Trash Queen scoreboard. Game brought to you by Womble's Dozing and Tilling, specializing in farm drainage system tilling, dry dams, terraces, ponds, and lakes, providing all forms of dozing and excavation. For a bid, 217-242-3375 for Womble's Dozing and Tilling.
The word is tiling.
Tiling.
Yeah, that's 1 L.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's because I spelled it wrong.
Spell
I
check.
bet he could till for you, too.
Well.
But it is tiling because he's really good at that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty small stature in the batter in Parsons right here. The number 9 hitter. You'd think everybody would be in just a little bit. Looks like a good opportunity for a kid who could bunt for a base hit.
Yep, DHing, not the prototypical.
No.
DH. Reinhardt back on the mound. First pitch. Takes it at the letters, 4-1.
He's a little outside as well. You know, if it's out and a little high, probably a ball. One or the other might be a strike.
Yeah. The next
That's a good pitch.
In there for a strike, and the count's 1-1 on the number 9 hitter with leadoff hitter Logan Suter waiting on deck. He could be Sutter, too, I guess. Reinhardt with the 1-1. Fouled off, right side, out of play, and the count's 1-2. One thing we haven't seen much of today is anybody foul one off on the pull side. Everybody's kind of fouled them off opposite side. So nobody really getting around on Reinhardt, who throws fairly hard. Young, who throws decent. The pitch. Fly ball, center field. Foster calls him off, comes in a couple of steps and makes the play for the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down, back to the top of the lineup for St. Peter's. Logan Suter, he's the center fielder. He grounded out to the first baseman his first time. Remember that 2-hopper that Shaw did a nice job playing back on it? Bats from the right side. So he hit the ball opposite field last time. Let's see if he does that again. Alger playing in a little bit. Pitch outside for a ball.
One time through the lineup for both squads, the Crusaders just 2 strikeouts, so they're really doing a good job of putting the ball in play up and down the lineup. The Braves with 5 strikeouts the first time through the lineup.
Alger has a tendency to sneak in there in right field. Pitch right in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1 strike. From the back, this guy looks like Steve Keene from Jacksonville, longtime official. 1-1 strike, 1 out. Outside for a ball, and the count's 2-1 strike. First man flew out to the center fielder. This man, once again, grounded out to the first baseman to start the game. Man on deck got on via the air in Raby. Reinhardt brings the next. Down low for a ball and a 3-1 count, and he hasn't had 3 balls on a batter until this one.
When you see Reinhardt start to missing toward the arm side, it's usually because he's not following through with that push leg. It kind of hangs back there, doesn't come around. He's just not finishing that pitch all the way down the hill.
The next, it's in there. Ground ball, hits shortstop, has a little trouble, and slips. The old man will be safe at first base. That's a base hit, and there wasn't a thing anybody could do about it. Kind of hit between the third baseman and the shortstop. The third baseman couldn't get to the ball but slid on the turf, and the shortstop tried to plant and slid also, and we'll give him a base hit. So a runner at first with 1 out, and here's Simon Raby, who reached on an error to the second baseman before he was picked off back in the first. We're here in the bottom of the third, no score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. This game's moving right along.
Of course, it wasn't Raby that was actually picked off. He had a courtesy runner for him.
Can't blame him for that one. First pitch, in there but low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Just don't understand not bunting here.
They got a lot of those little beads you put on the turf, and that makes it extra ability to slide. A little harder to plant the foot. Reinhardt that time on the short step throw to first base, and the man's back easily. 3-1 count. Suter with a base hit on the infield. He's there at first with 1 out. Number 2 hitter in Raby tries to make something happen. Pickoff move to first, and it was interesting because Suter took a step to second base but was able to get back as he didn't have much of a lead.
Raby, if he is bunting, definitely didn't tip anything off there.
For sure. The 1-ball pitch. Runner goes in the middle for a strike. Throw down to second is on the second base side, and the stolen base will be credited to Suter, and the count is 1-1. 1-1 strike. Runner at second with 1 out now. Connor Young waits on deck. And once again, if you bunt the ball hard towards the first base side, you may beat it out here.
Sacrifice gets the job done. Puts a runner at third with your 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. That pitch didn't miss by much.
Nope. 2 balls, 1 strike. That time Raby bailed out on it, but the ball hung in there a little bit closer than you might think. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Reinhardt delivers the next. That's going to be a base hit and run. The man's heading for home. Here comes the throw from Archer. They cut it off, and if they wouldn't have, I think you might have had a play at the plate, but that's going to be an RBI single for Raby as he hit it right in the shortstop spot, and Suter was able to score the first run of the ball game.
Well, I would say that I'm not sure Archer thought the runner was going to try to score there, but they'd put him in motion, and so he really just kept on going, and so the throw was cut off that time as it just didn't have a lot behind it.
I didn't hear any cutoff. Maybe it was a design play. Runner at first now with 1 out, and Connor Young, the number 3 hitter, who had a base hit his last time.
Raby runs for himself this time.
That time the ball gets away from Sachs, and that'll be a pass ball, as that ball was just on the outside half, and he just got up a little bit quick wanting to get the ball to second before he'd initiated the ball into the mitt. 1 ball, no strikes, runner at second, 1 run in here in the bottom of the third. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Makes the play, long throw to first. Shaw gets it and checks the man back to second base, and the play goes 6-3 for the second out of the inning. Trash Queen scoreboard 1-0 in favor of St. Peter's here in the bottom of the third inning, and they really executed well to get that run in, as they had Suter running hard on the base hit by Raby.
It was a hit and run,
yeah,
and it was well executed by the Crusaders.
Ryland Fisher bats now. He's a cleanup hitter, plays shortstop. Reinhardt trying to pitch out of this jam. Puts one on the outside half for strike one. He's been able to place the ball right there when he's needed to. That is a sweet pitch. You'll have to be a good hitter to make something happen with that one. You'll have to hit it to the right side if you're going to make it be successful. Center fielder back quite a ways now. Pitch up high, and the count is 1-1 strike.
Foster usually plays a little deeper center field. Doesn't mind coming in on a baseball. And can cover pretty good ground out there.
Wombles dozing and tiling. Tommy, I'll get it right. The next. Down low for a ball, and the count's 2-1. Reinhardt's pitch count rises a little bit in this inning.
52 now, and now you're starting to get into that decision zone.
And when you're down 1-0, you got to be careful about overthinking it. You got to win this one first. There's no tomorrow, or Saturday, I should say. Swing and a miss on a nice pitch there, and the count's 2-2. He could use the out right here on this pitch.
Yeah, it'd be big, and then, of course, Fisher's looking for a big 2-out RBI right here with good speed and Raby on second base.
Knoyer waits on deck. Fouled straight back, and, those foul balls are adding up a little bit, and the St. Peter's squad's doing a good job of making some contact with 2 strikes and driving that pitch count up a little bit more.
If you're St. Peter, really no reason not to start the runner here. Even if you'd get thrown out, you'd have your 4, 5, and 6 hitters at the plate to start the next inning.
Aggressiveness makes a lot of things happen. Now the shortstop going over to cover. He'll want to get back in his spot. Pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout, third out of the inning, but not before a run is scored on a couple of base hits, a stolen base, and the hit and run is successful. It's a 1-0 lead for St. Peter's after 3 on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Since 1962, Logan Ag has provided customers with quality products, competitive prices, and...
But what about the new locations, Grampy?
What new location?
Well, boys, Logan Ag now has locations in Winchester, Illinois, and in LaBelle, Missouri.
So now there are 4?
I'll be 4 this year.
Logan Ag, serving customers in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Paris, and LaBelle, Missouri.
Our vision for agriculture is 2020.
Well, we've reached the top of the 4th inning, and St. Peter's puts a run up in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead 1-0 here. And one of my favorite things, when a coach comes out to catch the pitcher, they short hop him, and those coaches don't care much for that one. That's not that much fun even on the turf. No. We'll see Bobby Harris, Keaton Hittner, and Clayton Reinhardt, the first 3 batters. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters, anybody gets on, Draven Pewterball waits in the 4th spot. That all brought to you by Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. And save a lot. Drive a little, save a lot. High-quality grocery items for the whole family. That's Save a Lot on the west end of Pittsfield. Harris struck out his first time on a 1-2 count swinging. Takes one down low, hits the front of the plate, and goes back to the backstop. Charlie, I was going to make this notation too. Softball and baseball's batter's boxes are different sizes, so if they're playing both here, you've got one or the other, and that's a baseball batter's box, 3x6. Ground ball hit to the third baseman. He fields it on 2 hops, makes the long throw over to first, Play goes 5-3 for the first out of the inning. So Harris hits the 1-0 pitch down the third baseline. Third baseman did exactly what he needed to do, and Abram Weewell and made the play. Here comes Keaton Hittner, who was caught looking on the 0-2 pitch his last time back in the first. He bats here in the fourth, and the lineup's not really moving right now for the Braves. They need some base runners and some traffic. First pitch fouled straight back. Hittner's the kind of kid you go, oh, 280 all the way around. Well, we've seen him hit a ball that far or farther if he gets the right pitch. And it's not that you want him going up there looking for it, but he can absolutely crush a ball at times. Holds the bat even, moves it back, swings at one in the dirt as he was guessing a little on that one, and the count is 0-2.
A breaking ball that time, and when you're on that first pitch fastball, you almost have to think about that as the batter. And that ball bounced about 4 or 5 feet in front of the plate.
Next pitch, in there for a strike and a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning, and the Braves strikeout total moving up with 3, 4, 5, 6 of them now, with 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Clayton Reinhardt had a base hit his first time, leading off the second inning. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on, with his team trailing 1-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Reinhardt fouls that one off with authority on the left-hand side.
Reinhardt's kind of taking an approach at the plate that he's not afraid to swing in any kind of count, and he's a kid that can make hard contact.
Back when he was 11, he figured out some contact and started hitting the ball a long way. Kind of reached out for that one. He'll drive it to the second baseman. He'll stay back and make the play. Play goes 4-3, and 1-2-3 go the Braves in the top of the fourth. They'll have to hold this St. Peter's squad as they trail 1-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports. More comes your way with the bottom of the fourth after these.
In Illinois, Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Well, we've reached the bottom of the fourth inning. St. Peter's with a 1-0 lead as they plated a run back in the third inning, last inning. You listen to it all on Central Illinois Sports. Proud to bring you the games. Visit centralillinoisports.com to see the latest schedule of broadcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter. Like our page on Facebook to stay connected with everything in sports in the area. And we'll have more broadcasts for you when the governor decides to let these kids play. And he doesn't act like he's going to let up. Did you notice that every state bordering Illinois is playing football? And you go Nevada and New Mexico, California, Washington, Oregon.
Sort of makes you wonder, when the NFL and the college teams can play, what it's about. Is it about safety?
You need beer at the stadium. That's the difference. If you don't have beer, it's not safe to play. That's what it is.
And a lot of high school games where that is present.
Jackson Canoyer bats here, and his last time had a base hit. Went to second on an errant throw. He was stranded at third back in the second inning. He bats here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody on, nobody out. Central Illinois Sports. First pitch in there for a strike. Been a quiet game for the umpires. They just went back there and kind of went unnoticed, and that's the way you like to see it. That means they're doing a good job. Reinhardt gets a sign from Sachs. The next. In there for a strike and an 0-2 count. Canoyer hit a 2-2 pitch right up the middle. There have been a couple of those pitches that have been hit hard up the middle, and Reinhardt reacted, but he didn't have much of a chance. And when you're on that artificial mound that's small like this one, you're not moving around a lot. The pitch. Ooh. Down low for a ball, hard to take, but it was out of the strike zone and a 1-2 count.
Pretty good spot right there.
Coach Ruppel down at third base. A.C. Porta area is where he did his high school. Been around here coaching for quite a while. Was at Western at one time. The pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3, and Reinhardt picks up his first called strike of the ball game as he put it on that place we've been bragging about. That was a good pitch. Here comes Abram Wewell. He was struck out swinging with a 2-2 count his first time in the second inning, followed by Allensworth, who's also a strikeout victim. Now 4 in the ball game for Reinhardt. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Comes in, kind of overplayed it. Now Shaw tries to get the short hop and cannot. Nice job by Sachs backing it up down there, and that'll be an error on the shortstop. As you can just tell, he fielded the ball kind of on his back foot behind him, and he just couldn't make the play. So an error is the second, I do believe, of the ball. No, makes it the third error against the Braves. One on a throw and on a pickoff move.
I think we're going to have a pinch runner here for Wewell. It looks like maybe number 9.
They'll bring Wewell out. I don't have a number 9.
Number 8, how about?
8 we have. That'd be Chase Fessler.
This is a pinch runner, so this is a substitution.
Yep. Fessler comes in for Wewell, so we'll have to see a re-entry if Wewell's going back to third. Chase Fessler down at first with 1 out. Allensworth bats now. He struck out swinging back in the second. The first. Line drive, shortstop, and he came in and let the ball get over him. Now the ball is picked up by the center fielder, and that'll be a clean base hit. And I'm not sure if he'd taken a little different route at the ball, if he wouldn't have been able to catch that. When he came in a couple of steps and the ball just cleared his glove.
I'll tell you, off the bat, it sure looked like it was softer, and I think I kind of watched the same thing that Hittner did there. It didn't sound like that ball was going to carry. I thought he was going to catch that about chest high, and it snuck over his head.
Spears hit the ball to third base his last time. He bats with runners at first and second here, and just 1 out. He's a number 8 hitter. Might he want a bunt? Third baseman, even with the bag. First pitch on the outside corner. Only out of the inning is a called strikeout against the leadoff hitter in Canoyer. An error allowed Wewell to get on. Fessler runs for him, and Allensworth with a hard base hit. 7th place hitter hit it hard. The next swing and a miss, and that time just a little overmatched was Spears on that high outside pitch. No balls, 2 strikes the count with 1 out. Could use a double play up the middle. Or the third baseman get the ball, step on it, and make the long throw. Foul ball, right side, out of play. Not a lot of foul territory here. And the count remains 0-2. Pitch count on Reinhardt now?
64.
He's got 1 before he would not be eligible to pitch on Saturday if they are able to keep going. That's a long if right now. Fouled straight back, the 65th pitch of the ball game.
Looks like they're going to leave him in there, which I think is the right decision.
I don't think you have any choice in this situation. If you had a 4-run lead or something, it might be different, but even that would be a little testy.
Still risky. You always got to win the game you're playing that day.
First and second, 1 out. Foul ball comes off the mask of Sachs as the ball just didn't come towards the glove. And the umpire asks the catcher if he's okay. And of course, he says yes.
No catcher in the world telling you no in that situation.
I do have a ringing in my ears, wherever they are. The next. Outside, nice job by Sachs going out and getting that outside pitch, a waste pitch, and a 1-2 count. The next magic number is 90. And that's how far Reinhardt could go if he is able to stay in the game for that period of time. 1 out, runners at first and second. 1-2 count. Pitch down low, and the count's 2-2. You got 65 pitches, and we found it out in Little League. They disappear very quickly because you want to waste a pitch now and then, and you just can't afford to waste one. Big lead out at second right now by the runner. Fly ball right side. It'll go foul and out of play. And the fence goes in towards the foul line, so you even have less room to hit it down in the corners.
I like Spears' approach, though. He's trying to push that ball down the right field line.
And if you look at the second baseman playing that close to second, he's going to have to break and get back in that position because there's a big hole there right now. Don't start the runners. Pitch is high and outside, and the count's full, 3-2.
Now do you start the runner? I probably would here.
I might have started him on the last pitch.
You ran Fessler for a reason, I would say.
Yeah, he's got a big lead. He doesn't go. Fouled straight back, and what a job by St. Peter's fouling the ball off a time and again with 2 strikes. and making Reinhardt's pitch count go up. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Reinhardt really hadn't done too much wrong, giving up 3 base hits on the day. There have been 3 errors, and I don't know, has he walked a guy?
Now they're going to throw behind the runner at first, and he's back in safely.
Don't see a walk. Had those errors that
I don't
kinda
recall
added up.
there being one. He had a 2-1 count, and the kid grounded out. I remember that.
Just 1 out here. Big pitch right here on 3-2. Ground ball, hit foul. Coach
Really nice.
Ruppel will make a play.
Yeah, that's a really nice bat by, is it Nick Spears?
Yep.
Batting in the 8th spot, and he's proven to be a tough out right here. He's 0 for 1 on the day, but I've been impressed with his approach both times.
If he's part of the Spears Funeral Homes, they ought to be advertising with us. I'll have to tease him at the next FCA banquet. Next pitch, fouled off again, and he's fighting. Spears is fouled off, 4 now, I believe.
Oh, yeah, the strike 1 looking, strike 2 swinging, foul, ball, foul. He's 10, 11, 12 pitches into the bat here.
A little bit behind Wieters, but not much for the Cardinals. Now he steps off and looks the man back. Nothing wrong with that. Reinhardt might have not have had what he wanted. He's done a good job bringing the ball in. He's got to do it again. 3-2 count, pitch, swing, foul tip, and out. And a good job by Reinhardt getting the out. But what a job by Spears on a long at bat that time. And you added a lot of pitches to the count. Here comes
13 pitch at bat, and all of a sudden you went from, well, you think about taking him out at 65 to all of a sudden looking at 90s coming just around the corner.
Elliot Parsons, who flew out to center. Short center field his first time. DH bats 9th. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Tell you what, Parsons is not a large-statured young man, but he put the ball in center field. A lot of guys, when they're small, they don't hit the ball in the infield much, but he showed he could. Next pitch down low. Sachs keeps it in front of him, and what a play by him, because you do not want runners at second and third, even with 2 outs.
Now, there's a lot of things that can happen there. We saw a ball hit the front of that plate earlier, nearly get over the backstop, and you just have a lot of weird things that can happen with the runner only 80 feet away.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs, couple of strikeouts, an error and a base hit in between them. The pitch to the number 9 hitter. Fly ball, center field. Center fielder and right fielder coming over, and the right fielder catches the ball and runs into the center fielder, moves him out of the way for the 3rd out of the inning. You get the out, you might lose a player once in a while, but hey, that's the way it goes. No runs on a hit and error, 2 men left. 4 innings in the book. We'll see the 5th inning come quickly after this break on Central Illinois Sports and the Trash Queen scoreboard.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Illini Express brings us to the top of the 5th inning, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. IlliniHospital.org for more information on Illini Express. Draven Puterball struck out swinging his first time, fouls one up in the eyes back. Draven has trouble laying off of that one, and now if the pitcher in Connor Young stays with that, you'll see a breaking pitch on this one. He's been pretty consistent on this when he gets that high fastball and gets a strike. Here's the next. It's down in the dirt, and I don't know if it broke or not, but it went down. It was a tremendous drop ball at about 44 foot.
Yeah, he just kind of didn't have a good grip on it, kind of spiked the ball right into the turf that time.
We see Major League pitchers do that a lot more than they used to. The next, Puterball hits a line drive, shortstop,
what a play.
makes a sweet play on that one as he dove to his right and caught the ball on the line. And I actually think he could have done that one other time earlier in the game, but he gave up on it. Draven Peterball tips his helmet to him as he comes back in. What else can you do? He hit that one hard. One out, nothing to show for it there. No Auger bats. He lined out to the shortstop his first time. So the shortstop's had some hard hit balls to him, a couple base hits on either side of him. Auger takes one down low for a ball. Owen Shaw waits on deck, who has a base hit in the ball game, with Gratton in the hole this time. That's a strike at the knees, and the count's 1-1. Don't forget about Bowlers Universe. They've got that grilled chicken salad tonight on special. They'll have league bowling. Go out and watch some bowling at Bowlers Universe. Swing on an off-speed pitch and a miss, and Auger was way out in front of that one. The redhead, Noah Auger, likes that right pocket out on the back of the pants. That's his trademark, I guess. Pitch down low. Catcher did a nice job in Raby keeping that in front of him. I like to see you do that whether they're on base or not. Good practice. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count with nobody on and 1 out on a hard-hit line drive by Peterball. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3 looking, and another strikeout against the Braves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts now. And here comes Owen Shaw, who had a base hit, was stranded at second his last time. If he gets on now, you might look for a pinch runner. First pitch down low for a ball.
You can tell Shaw's really seeing the ball well right now. He's really following that pitch all the way in. He's staying back on the ball and hitting it hard up the middle almost every time.
Get an 8-hitter that gets hot. They can really help you. Next pitch down low, and Young spiked a couple of them, back 3 in the inning, and it tells you he might be getting a little bit tired.
He's thrown 61 pitches by my count.
So will you see him go out with 65?
It'd be interesting.
Shaw hits a hard ground ball, shortstop, 2 hops, straightens up, throws the ball to first. 1, 2, 3, go the Braves. 6-3 is the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The Braves have been retired 9 in a row, and we move to the bottom of the 5th with St. Peter's batting with a 1-0 lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Have confidence that what you are putting in your engine is not only going to get you there, but take you further. When you choose FS, you can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
We see the top of the lineup for St. Peter's in the bottom of the 5th. They lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard 1-0. Trash Queen offering affordable residential and commercial trash service, roll-off dumpsters, Pike, Scott, Adams, and Morgan County. Call to learn more at 217-320-4320. That's Trash Queen. And Wombles, Dozing, and Tiling, specializing in farm drainage system tiling, dry dams, terraces, ponds, and lakes, providing all forms of dozing and excavation. Call for a bid, 217-242-3375. Wombles, Dozing, and Tiling, proud supporters of the youth of our area, and we thank Debbie and Tom for that. Reinhardt back on the mound, Sachs behind the plate, and the batter is Logan Suter. He hits a ball on the right side foul. Shaw will get it, run into the fence, and come back into play here. No balls, 1 strike. Ground out to the first baseman his first time, a base hit his last time, and scored the only run of the game. Logan Suter, as he also stole the base. So he's been on the right side with 2 times up as he hit that ball on the right side.
Auger playing fairly shallow, looking for one he can steal maybe on the ground to throw him out at first.
Pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop. Backhand, long throw to first,
Really good
and
speed.
the man is safe, and that's an infield single. As the shortstop made a great backhand, I wasn't sure he was even going to be able to make the play, but Suter batting leadoff has got good wheels in his second base hit of the ball game, and that spells trouble here when you're down 1-0. Raby steps in.
How many times today has St. Peter been able to put the leadoff man on base?
3 times. That was the third time.
3 out of 5 innings.
3 out of 5 innings.
Yeah.
That's
80,
very, very
60%
strong.
of the time. In baseball, 60% is a high percentage, man.
Pick off to first. Man gets back.
I mean, can you imagine if you were a guy who hit the ball 60% of the time?
If I'm Raby, I'm putting the ball on the ground now and moving that runner to second any way I can. Runner is stealing. That'll be a foul ball off on the left-hand side. And the Braves caught a break there because the man got a great jump on that one.
Looked like they're going to the hit and run again that time.
Yeah.
Really not a traditional hit and run count by any stretch. 0-0.
Guess that keeps you guessing. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, lead off, base hit.
See a throw over here.
Pickoff move. It's got a couple of really nice moves, and he alternates them and keeps you guessing.
I wouldn't mind seeing him throw over again. One more right here.
Just to see if you can get the man leaning back that way. He's leaning. Now he's going.
Got a late break.
Throw to second is off the mark, and the ball's going to get into the outfield, but the runner will have to hold, and a stolen base will put the man at second. And that was I did not.
Ball.
Okay.
Counts 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike count with nobody out. Runner at second. Oh, he called it a strike. My mistake. 0-2 count. Base hit his last time. Reached on an Aries first time. Was Raby. Pitch up in the eyes and moves him off the plate, and that's a ball in the 1 ball, 2 strike count. Gotta like that one. If you're Reinhardt now and you had that big sweeping curveball, it'd be a good one. He doesn't have that Andrew Miller pitch right at this point of his career. Reinhardt's a big young lad, and he's going to grow some more. The pitch fouled off, and they had a little hit and run going on there, Charlie.
I'm going to guess that Suter's one of those guys that maybe just has the green light anytime he can, and he was going to have third base stolen that time.
Yep, even with a left-handed batter up, unless you can hold him fairly close, and the second baseman's a long way off, he's going to have to get more attention to that young man. You can't just pat the glove here. The pitch. Line drive, shortstop goes up, just over his glove, and Archer has the ball get away from him. They'll try to hold the man up. Good cutoff by the third baseman, and a base hit, 2 base hits in a row, first and third, nobody out. And here comes Connor Young, the pitcher. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit. Reinhardt's pitch count continues to grow. So they'll have a play on here. Both teams, you would think that St. Peter's would send Raby. They could put a runner in for him since he's the catcher, but this time he lets him run, and I bet he's a pretty good runner.
He ran the last time.
Very athletic. Got picked off the first time to the pinch or the courtesy runner, so they said enough of that. Send the runner, swing and a miss. They'll throw the ball all the way through, and that's going to give up a run, and I'm not sure exactly what the play was, but surely that wasn't it.
The ball's supposed to be cut off there. It was just a little too high.
Yep. Ball was thrown to the second baseman, and he could not make the play. And Gratton, so that's an error and a run scores. Error on the throw will be the 4th error of the ball game, so a 2-0 game with a runner at third and still nobody out. A 1 ball count. Oh. They had a ball up on the scoreboard. Okay.
He swung the first time.
So it's an 0-2 count.
Yep.
With nobody out and a runner at third. Infielders are in, but not in as far as they need to be, I'm not sure.
Well, I think that green is a little deceiving.
Okay. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Reinhardt really needed that one for the first out of the inning. 2-0 is the lead for St. Peter's in the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Cleanup hitter, and is he 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of strikeouts?
He struck out once, swinging last time, and grounded out to the second baseman his first time.
Okay. To
end the first inning. That is Fisher. Nice play by Sachs to keep that ball in front of him on a breaking pitch. Then the throw back to the mound was a little errant, and Reinhardt had to go down and get it.
This will be Reinhardt's last batter barring a out on this pitch.
Fisher, 0 for 2 on the day, looks for an RBI here. Takes a strike on the outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Geared Up Custom Apparel and Awards. Go to WeGearYouUp.com or call 217-473-6290. Looking for a fundraiser? Geared Up's the place for you. Reinhardt with a 1-1 count. Runner at third and 1 out. Pitch just out of the strike zone and a 2-1 count.
Pitch pretty consistently has been a strike.
Yep. Reinhardt's hit that spot a few times and got the call. That time must have been a little bit farther out. 2-1 count. Runner just 80 foot away. Pitch inside, and you don't want to walk the man because you'll probably have second and third again. 1 out. Ryland Fisher, the batter. 3-1 count. Reinhardt needs to work hard here because this will be the last man that he pitches to today. I don't know if anybody's warming up on the sideline.
Dax Nutter is.
Okay. The pitch. That's a strike. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. I know you got to be careful in case you would happen to come back and win it, but you got to go with the best you got. Whoever you bring in here, you're down 2-0. The pitch. First baseman makes what a catch, throws it over to third. It made me nervous when he caught it, but what a play by Shaw at first base for the second out. He stretched up and good thing he didn't trim the toenails this morning because he needed all he had, and then fired it over to third. But a good base running move that time by Raby. It appears to me Luke Sack's going to be our pitcher. Nope, Nutter goes out.
Nutter is going to be the pitcher, and we'll see if they do defensively here in a moment. It's a 2-0 lead for St. Peter on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at third base, 2 outs when we come back.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Change, Dax Nutter on the hill. Reinhardt moves to left field. That'll bring Archer off the field. He's being DH'd for by Bobby Harris. So Nutter will fall into that spot that's being DH'd for. The big right-hander with a good breaking pitch comes in relief with 2 outs and a runner at third and another run in. 2-0 in favor of St. Peter's. Over 90 pitches for Reinhardt, so he had to come out as a pitcher.
Nutter a little more of a finesse pitcher than Reinhardt. Not going to blow the ball by people. Man, he does a good job getting a lot of outs on the ground.
Canoyer's 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a pitch outside on a little spinning curveball. Umpire coming out. Coming up and little umpire was just telling the man he can't go to the mouth. Well, if he did, that's a balk, and he should have scored the run. There's no warning. 1 ball, the count. Now that almost gets away from Sachs on a ball that bounces, and Sachs does a nice job keeping it in front of him at a 2-0 count on Canoyer.
If I'm Nutter here, the runner at third, 2 outs, I wouldn't mind seeing him wind up here rather than throw from the stretch.
Yeah, runner at third was Raby, but not now. Somebody else in there now.
Courtesy runner. Well, number 1.
Ball inside for ball 3, and that's Jackson Riot.
Just going to intentionally put him on now.
Yep. Base on balls. We'll make first and third with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Abram Weewell, who reached on an error by the shortstop his last time, struck out swinging his first time. He's the third baseman. 2-0, bottom of the 5th. St. Peter's with the lead. They beat the Braves 5-2, I do believe, the first time they played each other early in the season. Not quite the move to first. Runner does not go. That pitch is outside for a ball and a 1-0 count. And so Nutter has not thrown a strike yet.
Wonder if St. Peter would think about having that runner take off a little bit early here, so they think it got a balked run in.
Like to have that third run if you are St. Peter's. Runner goes. Ball's down low for another ball, and it's a 2-0 count. Dax, most of the time pretty consistent throwing strikes, but if he's out there and he starts having a little trouble, you got to pay attention.
Not getting much leg drive right now.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Runners at second and third, and that's really big. Both runners could score on a base hit. That pitch down low for a ball, and so he's thrown 6 balls, and a 7th gets counted because they intentionally walked the man. Why not walk him here with Allensworth on deck?
Yeah, with 2 outs, I don't know.
2 outs, runners at second and third. The pitch. High strike, first strike of the pitching today for Dax Nutter.
Weeble's a smart competitor in just about anything he plays, and that's why he's a guy you got to be really careful with right here.
The man at second's got a pretty nice lead. Pop fly,
Going
out of play. Counts full now, 3-2. My point of the man getting a big lead out second, he could score on a base hit, but also it's taken the second baseman and shortstop both out of position here, and you can't have that happen in this situation. One of them's got to stay. Now the shortstop does. Big lead out at second, full count. 2 outs. Runner at third also. The pitch.
Good
breaking pitch in there for strike 3, and Nutter comes through with a big strikeout. 1 run plated. The leadoff man in Logan Suter, he scored both runs in the game. St. Peter's holds a 2-0 lead as we move to the top of the 6th inning on the Tri-Screen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Well, the new pitcher will be Jackson Canoyer. He moves in from second base. Connor Young moves to center field, and Logan Suter moves to second base. So the big triangle substitution, second baseman to the mound, the pitcher to center field, and the center fielder to second.
Canoyer was the man that pitched when the Braves played the last time. I'd say he's got a little bit more velocity possibly than Young and a little better off-speed pitch. I actually think overall maybe a better pitcher, and the Crusaders are in a really good spot right here. 6 outs they have to get. You know, those last 6 are always tough, but they did exactly what they wanted to pitching-wise, getting a man through 5 innings on less than 65, and now you can bring your ace in for the final 2.
And have them both available on Saturday if you can live to play another day.
And you would have liked to have a couple more runs if you're them, but yeah, you know, you take what you can get. Right now they're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Had a shot there. Really impressed with Raby that time as he catches the ball and throws it second. Got good footwork.
Little pop time there.
Real nice job. Leading off, brought to you by Damon Emmett, Great Rivers Bank, to help you with your auto, residential, commercial loans. Damon at 285-4404. Here comes Hayden Gratton, 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time. Takes the first pitch down low. Are you taking a strike now if you're the Braves? Good baseball says you take a strike and then work from there. See what the Braves do. Down 2-0 here in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Ground ball. That'll be foul down the third base line. Turf all the way around to the fences in foul territory, and then grass in the outfield. You go about, 20 foot or so past the bases here on the 80-foot bases.
You're not going to play anything 90-foot here. The 80's probably about as far back as you're going to play on this particular diamond. Left fielder's playing pretty shallow. Gratton could burn him right here.
1 ball, 1 strike the count. Let's see if Gratton can get a little pop on this one. The pitch from Canoyer. Spikes that ball, and he hasn't really been smooth even in his warm-up so far.
That looked like he was trying to go to something other than the fastball. I'm not sure what it was, but he didn't get a good grip on it for sure.
2 balls, 1 strike the count. You listen to it on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us. Hoping this isn't our last broadcast. Girls playing Jerseyville on Thursday. Trying to get people off would be a challenge to get there. Gratton hits a ground ball softly to the third baseman. He'll make the play, and Gratton will beat that one out on an infield single on a miss hit. Both times he's hit the ball to the third baseman, both times off the handle of the bat, and that time Gratton's speed was got him down to first base. Third baseman did all he could, but that's a base hit to lead things off. Luke Sachs bats now, and he steps in from the left side again.
I know you need 2 runs, but Sachs is a guy who could bunt for a base hit.
Third baseman way in here.
Yeah, he's really expecting it now.
But I'm going to tell you what, he's going to have to make a tremendous play. He's going to throw him out. Grattan with a big lead, and he was late getting back. The ball gets away from the first baseman. Key on the whole thing here is if you're going to bunt, you want to bunt the ball past the pitcher towards second if you've got that ability.
There's a gap in right center field that I'm not sure it could get much bigger.
No. Grattan with a lead. Canoyer checks, holds it, throw to first. Close, but not real close that time.
Grattan could probably even get another half step, and I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind he's going here.
Yep. Down 2-0. You can't afford to get thrown out at second, though.
Not going to get thrown out if he goes.
Sachs has the ball thrown behind him, almost hits his foot, and Grattan gets down to second. A little bit late on the wild pitch, but he's down there. And I wasn't so sure that
hit him.
I thought the ball hit him in the front foot, quite honestly. A 1-ball count on Sachs with a runner at second after the wild pitch.
Sell that, and you're on first base.
2-0 ball game. Yep. I'll tell you what. You just show that on the foot, and you're down there, and you got Lane Foster, who puts the ball in play as much as anybody. The right fielder is very shallow here. Sachs with not quite as much pop from the left side. He hits the ball hard from the right side.
Hugging the line, too.
Checks the runner. Canoyer looks back, and Grattan's got his attention right now. More than he needs to. That run's not the one you need to worry about. Guy at first is. The pitch, down low for another ball. Canoyer has not been sharp in his 5 pitches he's delivered and in these warm-ups. 2 balls, no strikes, and here comes the coach out to visit. Quickly out to visit with Canoyer. Now, there used to be, if you were the pitcher and you came out of a junior high game, you could not come back in. I think you could now, but the big thing would be is Young would be past 65 if he did. But once again, you got to win the game. You can overthink it.
It's always, it's always a risk anytime you change a pitcher. But, they feel comfortable with Canoyer. It's a kid that's pitched a lot of innings for them.
Yep. Nobody's played a lot of games, so you haven't had to go deep in your pitching staff, and that makes a big difference too. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Runner at second base for the Braves. They've had a runner to third in Foster, a man at second in Shaw, but both were stranded. They've had, I believe, 3 base hits. Pitch in there for a strike on the inside half and a 2-1 count. Base hit for Foster back in the first, a hit for Reinhardt in the second, a hit for Shaw in the third.
Anything in the outfield here, Grattan scores.
Even bigger lead if he wants it here. The pitch. Line drive up the middle, goes off the pitcher's glove. He'll try to field it, and he will not get it, and that'll be a base hit off the pitcher's glove for Sachs. So the ball hasn't went out of the infield, and the Braves had first and third with nobody out, and Foster, their number 2 hitter, coming up. Sachs hit it hard. Canoyer could not make a play on it. Went off the side of the glove, and he was going to try to throw it to third there, but couldn't pick it up there either. No chance with either base runner. You cannot forget the tag here. Pick off throw to first base, and that was closer than you want it to be. Sachs has got to understand he is the tying run at first base. Cut down on that lead a little bit right now. Nobody out. Foster the batter. He bunts the ball to third here. You have a guy scoring.
I think you let him take and get Sachs to second.
Showed bunt. Runner goes to second. Fake throw. Nothing happening there. Ball 1.
And now squeeze.
Easily. But
now they're gonna courtesy for Sachs
at
second with Ferguson.
Sachs comes out. Ferguson runs for him. Ferguson's quick, don't get me wrong, and he's small enough you might not see him out there. And I mean that as a compliment to Caden. He is a fighter. He's the tying run at second with nobody out. Trading a little experience right here, though. Now Foster will bat. Takes it low and a 2-0 count. And Canoyer has thrown 6 balls and 2 strikes so far. And I'm telling you, in warm-ups, it hadn't been any better.
He just really doesn't look comfortable out there. He kind of steps off the mound and takes a deep breath.
Fessler called timeout for him, I guess, huh? The umpire. 2 balls, no strikes, second and third. 2-0 for the St. Peter's squad. Ball outside, and it's a 3-0 count with the number 3 hitter, DH Bobby Harris, waiting on deck. And Keaton Hittner behind him. Canoyer hasn't shown me breaking pitches because he hasn't gotten ahead.
Oh.
3-0 count. Got to be taken all the way here. Right down the middle for strike one. And, you know, you find out real quickly, can you throw a strike if you have to? And he does. Lane Foster, the batter. He bats second in the lineup, 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit. Where are the outfielders? Pretty shallow in right field. Right center, once again, could roll to the wall. Foster hits a ground ball, third baseman, big hop, foul territory. You'd had trouble scoring on that one if it had been fair. But actually, the runner at third needed to be moving on that play. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count. Nobody out. The pitch. Up high, ball 4, and a walk. First by Canoyer on the day, and the bases are juiced with nobody out.
So the Braves have loaded the bases without hitting the ball out of the infield, and they're in a good position right here. And here comes Travis Ruppel again. And would he bring Young back into the game? And Canoyer.
Yep, he's going to.
Canoyer, yeah, it looks like he's going to go back to second. They're going to bring Young back in, so they're going to re-enter the starter here. It's do or die time, and if you're young Mr. Connor Young, he says, you know, I wasn't in this much of a jam when I was here before. It's a little more pressure on you. And I know he hasn't been out very long as the pitcher.
But you left the mound.
Well, you left the mound and you left that mentality of being the pitcher.
Yep. And
it's hard to turn that back on for a lot of guys. And he may come in and really prove us wrong here. But it's a tough situation to be in as a 13 or 14-year-old kid.
Central Illinois Sports is where you're listening to it. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter and like the Facebook page. You also can subscribe to Central Illinois Sports 2, where you're watching the game today, Central Illinois Sports. Please be a subscriber. We'll get notifications to you anytime we have a game. Young will get to throw 8 pitches, but you know, Charlie, when you see a major league pitcher come out of a game and you know the coach comes up and shakes his hand, he's done mentally on the game. And so you kind of wonder how Young will be here. And Bobby Harris, who's 0 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging and grounded out to the third baseman. Bases loaded, third baseman in, first baseman back, and the middle infielder's back for the double play. First pitch down low for a ball. And Young didn't really look that comfortable in his warm-ups the second time around.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a tough situation to be back in as a kid here. And now the catcher got some of that turf.
Yep.
Rubber up into the eye.
Those rubbers into the eye, and it'll sting like crazy. Backstop is farther than it is at Mormon Park up above, but Grattan could score from here, but not a lot could. Pitch, off speed, right in front of the plate. They'll bring it to home for the force out.
He's safe.
He's safe. Oh, I tell you what, the pitcher came in and tagged the plate late, and the man was called out at the plate on the play that went 1 unassisted. And, you know, here's the deal. The man beat the man to the plate and should have been safe. Whew, that was a tough one. It was a tough call, but when the pitcher held up there, Grattan was fast enough to get there, but he was called out for the first out of the inning. Now Hittner hits the ball down the third baseline. That ball's foul. Just foul. And a 1-strike count. Charlie, I'll tell you what. The pitcher was 1 step late on getting down there and got the call on that one. That was a tight one. If he'd have thrown it to the catcher, it would have been an easy out, but instead kept it himself.
I don't know if it would have been an easy out. With Grattan's speed bearing in on him, the catcher kind of hesitated to get back to the plate.
Need a hit. That ball's down low on a 50-50 and a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Hittner. In the past, Young's been able to throw the breaking pitch, but there hadn't been a runner at third. That's Ferguson at third, Foster at second, and Harris at first. Hittner, the batter, takes it off of him, hit by a pitch, and that'll score a run. Still haven't had a ball hit out of the infield, and they've scored a run and still will have the bases loaded. And this is what I call right man, right place. Clayton Reinhardt's 1 for 2 on the day. Had a stroked base hit to left center, grounded out to the second baseman. If he does that and doesn't hit into a double play right here, they'll tie the ball game.
He's not going to hit into a double play.
Clayton Reinhardt facing Connor Young, who had to come back in after Canoyer couldn't get the job done. The pitch. Takes strike 1 at the knees.
The other thing is, I don't think you could bring Canoyer back as the pitcher, right? Isn't it not just the starter?
I guess just the starter, but used to be you couldn't do either one, but they do allow that. Now Reinhardt fouls one off on the left-hand side, and he's in the hole 0-2. He has got to make contact here. That is so important with one out.
Yep.
This game very easily could be tied right now, but didn't get the call at home, and you can't live for that right now. Reinhardt hits a ball over the left fielder's head. That's going to score some and give the Braves the lead. Here comes Foster. Here comes Harris. Man into third in Hittner. He's there with a stand-up double for Reinhardt. And as we told you, right man, right place. And all of a sudden, with a ball hitting the outfield after a hit by pitch and a couple of walks and a fielder's choice, the Braves lead it 3-2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. What a job by Reinhardt. Seventh man to bat in the inning is Draven Puterball, and they could use another big hit right here. Canoyer delivers down low for a ball. That has not been a strike all day. That low pitch has not been the friend. Second and third, just one out, and that was a tight one. The pitch. Puterball fouls it off left side. You know, that's the first time we've seen anybody pull a foul ball even on the day. But it was one of those situations where you see Canoyer come in and you thought, oh, this is going to be tough for the Braves. He just couldn't throw a strike. Big lead by Reinhardt. Watch out for the center fielder. That ball down low and a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Draven Puterball.
Still just one out here, too.
And the thing about Puterball is this is kind of his place. Reinhardt's got a huge lead at second. Takes that one for a strike. That was a pitch I thought Draven would try to drive.
Now that has been a strike all day.
Yep. Draven Puterball struck out back in the second, lined out to shortstop his last time. Puterball hits a fly ball, be tagging at third. It's not real deep, but he can score. The ball is caught, and Hittner will score on this one easily. Man will go to third on the pop fly throw from the left fielder. So the sac fly by Puterball is the second out and gets the job done. Hittner comes in, barreling in, and Reinhardt moves to third on the sac fly. And now it's a 4-2 Braves lead. Biggie on that one now is Nutter's your pitcher. You got 2 innings to get through. You go with him, and then you got to use whoever you need after that. Reinhardt cannot come back in. He's over the minimum. Noah Alger is the batter now, and this is another guy you want up in this situation. Lined out to shortstop hard, got caught looking his last time. Don't be surprised if Noah puts the ball in play and gets a base hit here. Back to the pitcher. Young gets it. Underhand throw to first. Play goes 1-3. Braves take 8 batters to the plate. A base hit, 2 walks, a fielder's choice, a hit by pitch, and a big double by Reinhardt. Sac fly by Puterball. Braves lead it 4-2 after 5.5. Come back on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports with St. Peter's batting in the bottom of the 6th.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
It's a 4-2 lead for the Braves as they woke up and scored 4 in the top of the 6th. Now their work cut out for them in the bottom of the 6th. 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for St. Peter's, and a couple of changes. Bobby Harris, who was the DH, is back behind the plate catching now, and Luke Sachs moves from behind the plate to the mound. Sachs threw against Quincy his last outing. That was about, 5 days, 6 days ago?
That's last
Was that on Thursday? Yep. So plenty of rest there. Everybody else stays the same as we see Shaw at first, Grattan at second, shortstop Hittner, and the third baseman is Puterball. Left fielder Reinhardt, center fielder Foster, and the right fielder is Noah Alger. Harris throws the ball down to second, and it'll get better. Allensworth will bat. He had a base hit in 2 at-bats, struck out swinging in the second, and a base hit his last time in the 4th. He bats here in the 6th with his team trailing 4-2. Important to get that first pitch strike right now. And a swing and a miss, so the squad from St. Peter's not taking a strike as Allensworth swung on an off-speed pitch from Luke Sachs.
This game really changed on a dime, didn't it?
Oh, my. Next pitch, down low, swing and a miss, and Sachs is not throwing near as hard as Reinhardt, but about the same as Dax Nutter, so not quite as big a change, except these guys haven't seen those guys. A little breaking pitch and a strikeout on 3 pitches by Luke Saxon. He's got that determined look in his eye right now, Charlie.
He's definitely a gamer for you out there, and a guy you like to have on the mound in a pressure situation.
Nick Spears bats here. He's the number 8 hitter, 0 for 2 on the day. Takes strike 1, and that first pitch strike is important. Carter Frazier's got the no soft touch sign as the good luck charm here for the second game in a row. Next pitch, off speed, fouled straight back, an 0-2, and Sachs has thrown 5 pitches, all strikes. Got to have a little fun at the old ballpark, and the guys on the sidelines rooting their teammates on are doing that right now. Sachs with the next. Throws it high and inside and moves the man off the plate. Now you look for that sweeper coming to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Luke is a great educated baseball player. Here's that pitch, breaking pitch, fouled off right side.
Spears is at it again, though,
Yep.
isn't he?
Spears fouls it off. What did he have, 13 pitches the last time against Reinhardt? Hard man to strike out. He proved that before. Infielders playing it straight away with pewter ball way off third base. The pitch, line drive. Draven Pewterball gets up after it. Reinhardt falls down going after it. That's going to let the man get to second. And that will be a base hit.
And you got to give him an error.
And an error out there. The 4th error of the game or 5th? Man at second with 1 out, and the number 9 hitter, D.H. Elliott, or Elijah Parsons.
Fifth error.
5th error of the day. And they're leading 4-2. Last time they played, they had 5 hits batsmen. This time, 5 errors, but they've got the lead this time. First pitch in there for a strike. And once again, I like what Luke Sachs is doing, and that's pumping strikes in there. If the Braves can hold on to win this one, we'd probably head to Pleasant Plains or Quincy next. Well, no, but
probably.
You could host it if Quincy would win. The next, ground ball, third base side. Coach Ruppel couldn't make the play that time on a hard 2-bouncer. He'll feel that one tonight when he's eating his supper. Yeah, because the Braves are actually rated ahead of Quincy.
Correct.
So if Quincy would pull the upset, you could host a game. 0-2, you got to win this one first. 0-2 on the DH, the number 9 hitter with a runner at second base in a 4-2 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Big pitch here. Off-speed pitch, foul ball. And I don't think Draven would have got to that if it had been fair, quite honestly. It was just, he's way off the bag. I'm a little bit surprised you don't put him a little tighter to the bag the way that he's hit the last 2 balls. 0-2 count. Now they move him deep. Runner at second. 1 out. The pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop. Makes the play. Over to first for the out. Runner does not move to third on the play. Nice job by Hittner staying calm and making that play. With 2 outs, here comes the leadoff hitter, Logan Suter, who's been a handful today. 2 base hits, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored in 3 at-bats. So, a runner at second and 2 outs now, and this is a big, big out. Logan Suter's been a handful. He scored both runs for St. Peter's. Sachs gets the sign, checks the runner, brings the first. Breaking pitch, gets by Harris. That'll let the runner go to third. And a swing and a miss by Suter. The ball bounced, but that's a pass ball. You got to stop that ball every time.
Ball bounced 5 feet in front of the plate. It's a wild pitch.
Okay. Got the swing and a miss.
Yeah, the ball was never in the strike zone,
Okay.
but the batter was kind of amped up for that one, thinking to get a fastball. He got the breaking ball.
Probably going to get another one right here, and he does. Chops it off on the inside half as that time Sachs kind of sawed the hands off and didn't let Suter get him out in front of him. When he has, he's got a couple of really nice hits and been off to the races. 80 foot away is the potential third run. Trailing 4-2 is St. Peter's now. They haven't been behind until now. The pitch, breaking pitch, inside. It just didn't cut enough to get the strike, but it was close.
A little low.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count, 2 outs, runner at third.
Might third again here.
Braves looking to get this out and maintain that 2-run lead. The pitch down low. Harris has it go to the left side, can't find it, but does. Sachs does a good job as another catcher on the mound telling him where that one's at. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now if you get the strikeout, you still got to get the out at first if you don't catch it in the air. Harris needs to relax back there. Gets the pitch from the pitching coach. 2-2 count. The pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Long throw to first. Nice job by Shaw picking it up. Play goes 5-3, and the Braves are able to maintain that 2-run lead. As we head to the 7th, it's the PCS Braves 4, the St. Peter's, are they the Crusaders? 2 on Central Illinois Sports in the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Well, we have reached the top of the 7th, and the Braves with 4 big runs in the 6th have a 4-2 lead. But what they wouldn't give for some more. Owen Shaw leads things off 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit. Grounded out to sharply his last time. Base hit back in the 2nd, stranded there. Owen looking to get on here. 8-9-1. Ground ball, shortstop, backhands it. Makes the long throw. It's high, but the first baseman stretches out, makes a dandy play, and that play goes 6-3, 1 pitch, 1 out. We look up, and with Connor Young coming back in, he now has 12 pitches left that he can throw on the day. And with Hayden Gratton, who had a slow grounder to the third baseman both times, got a base hit his last time, and he started things back last inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Gratton has hit 2 slow ground balls to the third baseman. The second one, he saw something for it. Next one is a pop fly over us, back out of play, and it'll be an 0-2 count. So only 3 pitches thrown by Young. He's got 10 left before he'd have to leave the game, or he can complete a batter, of course, but he won't be able to pitch on Saturday if his team comes back. Gratton takes one down low, and the umpire makes a nice stop on that one.
On the shoe.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's why he's got those $200 shoes, to make those stops, and that helps a lot. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 4-2 Braves. Gratton swings and misses at that one, and he is the 2nd out of the inning. And we're back to the top of the lineup in Luke Sachs. I had a pair of those for 27 years, and they were worth every penny. Kept the blood out of the shoes many times. 2 outs. Sachs bats from the left side. He had a base hit his last time. Takes it high and outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 7th, 4-2 Braves on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Sachs takes it down low in a 2-0 count. It all started when they brought Canoyer in, and he just couldn't find the strike zone, and he brought Young back in, and he couldn't recover before the Braves scored 4. Sachs fouls one off on the left side, and it's a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. How about Caden Ferguson in that pinch running move there? I don't even know if they saw him down there at third, but he scored before they could even find him. Now a base hit up the middle, unless the center fielder makes a great play, and he does.
Yep, good break on that by the center fielder on that little soft liner.
No runs, no hits, no errors. The Braves go down 1-2-3. They've got to get 3 outs before they give up 2 runs. They lead at 4-2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the 7th on Central Illinois Sport.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Have confidence that what you are putting in your engine is not only going to get you there, but take you further. When you choose FS, you can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and as Charlie says, old Abner's done it again. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the St. Peter's Crusaders. Simon Raby, Connor Young, and Rylan Fisher. Anybody gets on, Jackson Canoyer waits in the 4th spot. Back to the mound goes Luke Sachs. Behind the plate, Bobby Harris. First baseman Owen Shaw, who has done an exceptional job at first base today, making a lot of grabs off the turf. Second baseman Hayden Gratton. Shortstop is Keaton Hittner. Third baseman is Draven Pewterball. Left fielder is Clayton Reinhardt now. Lane Foster in center and Noah Alger in right. Nice job by Dax Nutter getting out of a jam in relief last inning.
It was big.
And Sachs is up there for the 7th. Right-hander against the left-hander in Simon Raby, and he is a handful. Bats from the left side. First pitch fouled straight back. They're not taking a strike. Raby's 2 for 3 on the day and reached on an error, so he's been on base all 3 times. Stranded at first in the 1st inning, at 2nd in the 3rd inning, and at 3rd in the 5th, and that was a big one. Next pitch, fly ball, foul territory. Draven Pewterball giving chase. And nobody got to that one. But I'm going to tell you, if those 3 young men that were going after that ball would have had a collision, it would have made a noise. Hittner, Pewterball, and Reinhardt, oh my goodness. We're hoping all 3 make a tackle together in another year in football if the governor lets them play.
How far up the line Peterbow is.
He's been there a lot. 0-2 count. Let's see what Sachs has got in store here. Breaking pitch up high on a waist and a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Harris has got the feet a little bit closer together and the balance not quite the way of Sachs. Now he spreads them apart. Pitch down low, ground ball, first baseman waits for it, gets it, steps on the bag, and Owen Shaw makes another sweet play. And you know, you could get nervous and mess that one up and not get the out, but Owen just kept his calm there and made the play. 1 up, 1 down. Connor Young bats now. He had a base hit in the 1st inning, grounded out to short, struck out swinging back in the 5th. Nobody on, 1 out, 4-2 Braves lead, bottom of the 7th. Line drive left field. Reinhardt takes off backwards. That ball's going towards the fence. Well hit is that ball off the fence. Reinhardt brings it back in. Man's going to head for 3rd, and the relay's going to be late, and that's a big chance. The triple's important, but if you'd have got thrown out at 3rd, you'd have never forgiven yourself there. Young was going all the way. If Reinhardt gets that one clean and hits the cutoff man or throws it himself, might have had a shot, but instead a man at 3rd with 1 out. And the tying run at the plate now, and Rylan Fisher 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded to 2nd, struck out, and lined out to the first baseman. Fisher bats in the cleanup spot. Sachs brings the first one in. Line drive center field. Foster will not get to it. It's a base hit. And then he overthrows the ball to home, which is going to allow the tying run to go to 2nd. And that was a bad, bad decision. Base hit to center field allows the man to go to 2nd, and that's a tying run.
Well, you got to understand, as I say, the down and distance, and that runner being at first base is a lot bigger than the 4-3 run now scoring, with the tying run now just 2 bases away. And Foster saw the man get a late break, but the likelihood of you throwing that runner out there is slim to none, and you just have to bring that ball in to 2nd base. But as it is, a runner at 2nd, and Canoyer will be the batter, and a little chance for him to redeem himself after he had a little trouble on the mound.
1 for 2 on the day. Base hit back in the 2nd to lead things off. Struck out looking and walked his last time. So 1 for 2 on the day.
Pleasant Plains beat Quincy 2-1 today.
Quincy loses 2-1. They gave Plains a battle there. A Quincy team that the Braves beat 3 times, 8-3, 7-3, and 6-3. So, with 1 out and a runner, the tying run at 2nd, Jackson Canoyer bats here with Sachs on the mound. Got to hold him a little closer, boys. Nobody's holding him now. First pitch, a little flare towards the 2nd baseman. He'll field it, throw it to 1st for the play that goes 4-3 for the 2nd out. Runner goes down to 3rd on the play. So all you can do was get the out. Weevil bats now, struck out twice, once swinging, once looking, and reached on an error. A 4-3 ball game. Everybody's wanting the ball on the red side. The guys in blue at the plate need a base hit. Tying run at third, 80 foot away. Weevil bats here with 2 outs and a runner at third. Takes it down low. Harris keeps it in front of him, but had a little trouble locating the ball at that point.
Good speed down at third base. Got to be careful here. Everything's got to be in front, and that makes that breaking ball, which is pretty effective, be a dangerous pitch.
Sachs from the stretch, checks the runner. Ground ball back to Sachs, knocks it down, over to first for the win. Sachs makes the play as he knocks it down. Play goes 1-3, and the Braves get the 4-3 win and get redemption against the St. Peter's Crusaders. Boy, Sachs made a dandy play as we will hit that hard. Final score, 4-3. Braves with the win on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We're going to come back and wrap this one up, and the Braves will play Pleasant Plains on Saturday. We'll tell you more when we come back on the postgame show.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Welcome back to the postgame show on Central Illinois Sports. A 4-3 comeback win for the PCS Braves over the Quincy Catholic Crusaders here on Central Illinois Sports. And the Braves scoring 4 runs all in the 6th inning. 1 run plated for the Crusaders after that point to cut it to 1. But the Braves able to hang on and win the game on a ball back to Sachs as the pitcher stayed calm, cool, and collected on a hard ball back at him. And he throws the runner out at first base. Quincy St. Peter struck first in the 3rd. They led 1-0, scored another time in the 5th to take a 2-0 advantage. Then a pitching change where they brought Canoyer in. He couldn't find the strike zone. The Braves put some runners on. By the time that Young re-entered the game, it was a tough situation. Bases loaded, no outs, and the Braves plated 4 runs. 1 in the bottom of the 7th for the Crusaders, who had the tying run just 80 feet away, but unable to get him across the plate. On the day for the Braves, Luke Sachs was 1 for 4. With a pair of strikeouts. Lane Foster 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk on the day. Bobby Harris was 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a run scored. Keaton Hittner was 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored, a pair of strikeouts on the day. Clayton Reinhardt was 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 RBIs. Draven Peterbo was 0 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout. Noah Alger 0 for 3 with a strikeout on the day. Owen Shaw 1 for 3 in the 8th spot, and then Hayden Gratton was 1 for 3 with a strikeout on the day. Defensively for the Braves, not great. 5 errors, but they find a way to work around those and pick up the victory in this contest. Pitching-wise for PCS, Clayton Reinhardt gave up 7 hits, but scattered them over 4 2/3. 2 runs both earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts on the day. Dax Nutter comes in and probably in the biggest moment of the game with runners in scoring position, bearing down, looking like the Quincy Catholic Crusaders are going to blow the game open. He gets out of a tough jam in his 3rd of an inning. We did walk one, but then struck out a man on a big-time curveball by Nutter. Sachs comes in and nails it down. 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and a strikeout, but did not walk a man. So collectively, the Braves give up 10 hits, but only 3 runs, walking 1, and striking out 8 on the afternoon. For the Quincy Crusaders, Sutter was 2 for 4 on the day with 2 runs scored. Raby was 2 for 4 with an RBI on the day. Young was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a strikeout. Fisher went 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout on the day. Canoyer was 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Weeble was 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts on the day. Allensworth went 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Spears was 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and Parsons was 0 for 3 in the 9 spot. So 10 hits, but 6 of them coming from the first 3 men in the lineup, and just not enough offense late in the contest. Really a pretty good job pitching-wise by this squad from Quincy Catholic as well. Young through 7 innings total, so a complete game. 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and struck out 8, did not walk any. Canoyer, he just struggled when he came in, had trouble throwing strikes when he did. The Braves hit him, gave up 2 hits. We did walk just 1, but 3 earned runs for Canoyer, and could not record an out on the day. The Crusaders in their season. The Braves will play Pleasant Plains at Pleasant Plains on Saturday, as Pleasant Plains won their contest over Quincy Junior High by a final count of 2-1. We will be there to bring you the contest on Central Illinois Sports. Hope you'll join us then. Thanks for joining us this afternoon for another Central Illinois Sports presentation.